Hi, this is Karen Stein, and this is my video journal for my mindfulness of the breath meditation, which I chose to focus on for the yoga and Buddhism course. And yeah, I chose the mindfulness of the breath meditation because it's a meditation that I've done in the past, but I haven't done it for a while. And I just thought it would be an opportune time while learning about Buddhism to come back to this basic, simple, well, not necessarily simple, it was actually quite difficult, but basic meditation of just focusing on the inhalation and the exhalation, being mindful of the breath and just listening and being similar to Zen Buddhism, so just being in the moment and focusing my attention on the breath, letting the thoughts come and go and not becoming attached to any thoughts, emotions, or feelings, and just letting the mind be. Or attempting to. Anyway, I've practiced other types of meditation in the past, like walking meditation, chanting, meditating on the chakras, on colors emanating outwards from the chakras, or visualizing a candle flame with the eyes closed. Guided meditations are really popular with yoga nidra. And also just mindfulness meditation, so just being in the moment and just listening or feeling or experiencing the moment with your different senses, any smells or tastes or temperature differences, or just feeling the inhalation come and go from your nose or nostrils. So I did find visualization meditation quite helpful, really helpful actually. They call it hypnobirthing in the natural birth, home birth movement, but it's really just visualizing the process of giving birth. And I had a home birth last year with my second child, the first one as well, but the meditation visualization really came in helpful with the second one, and it was just, it was amazing how much, it wasn't easy, but it was amazing how much easier it was just having that strong meditative foundation. And but most of the time that I practice meditation, I think that the breath is one of the main focal points. So again, key aspects of the experience are that it did start off quite challenging. It requires a lot of concentration, but not a sort of strained concentration, just more of a fluid kind of flow. I like to imagine, the ocean, the ebb and flow of the waves as I listen to the inhalation and exhalation. I find it helpful just to rest on that brief pause in between, not control it, but just to observe and notice it. And I find my mind kind of coming down and resting in between the breaths. And I also find it helpful if I'm having an extra busy day or emotional day and my mind's a bit scattered, I have a lot of different thoughts, I find it helpful to count the breaths, and then if I get distracted or if I find that my attention wavers, to start again and say I'll count to 40 breaths or 40 whatever it is. Then if I notice that I'm a bit frazzled, then I just try to bring my attention back and start again. Ideally, I practice an easy pose, so seated on the floor, just to allow for that grounding energy. But I've practiced in a variety of contexts and ways. As a mom, you have to be flexible, so I practice lying down, or while doing the dishes, or while walking the baby. Or we've traveled recently from New Zealand to Florida to be with my parents, so in the airport, on the airplane, and now in the hotel room for the self-quarantine for a few weeks. So it's been a little bit emotional of a time as well. So the meditation has been really beneficial and really helpful. I've noticed many positive impacts on my mood and on my physical health. I've noticed more clarity, and after practicing, and then throughout the days of consistent practice, I notice more clarity, definitely, more compassion, loving kindness, and more understanding, empathetic joy, I'm definitely more sensitive to others and less in my head, more in the moment, and more observant of nature, of the subtleties of nature. You know, I noticed when I was walking the other day, I saw some flowers, some wildflowers growing that I hadn't noticed before. So I was thinking about other things. I wasn't quite in the moment. So I definitely feel, as I practice meditation on a daily basis, more resilient to stress and more aware, more joy with my family, less judgment, less depression, or worrisome thoughts, less anxiety, less agitation or impatience. So more balanced, and the middle way and other precepts of Buddhism just seem to come naturally or step naturally after meditation. Like, meditation definitely seems to, it makes sense that forms the basis of Buddhism and the practice along with the precepts, and they sort of fit together and they're interlinked, the way that meditation helps to provoke those feelings, and those feelings help to are more conducive to settling into a meditative state. So some of the physical benefits I've noticed were definitely my heart rate slowing down, more of a free flow of prana, breath, of energy or blood, so better circulation, better posture. I could, now it feels more natural to sit in an upright position with my spine elongated and my shoulder blades back and down. It definitely helped with the jet lag and with my breathing, so better breathing. Let's see. Yeah, just an overall better state of well-being, of peace and calm, clearer thoughts, more of a focus on the divine, less on my ego, less of the need to control things or control the outcomes of things, just sort of being more in the moment, and just observing and judging less, and counting my blessings more, and just going more with the flow. So, while there may be disappointments, but just sort of letting that be, and not disconnecting, but not attaching myself to any outcomes. And again, just being more connected in a way, more in the moment, more appreciation for my family and being in the moment. And I just found the practice incredibly insightful and beneficial, especially for this time. And I can't emphasize more how much discipline it requires for yoga, and definitely just as much for meditation. And I just made a few notes on my journal of some of the consistent themes. And I just felt, as I meditated, without controlling my breath, there was this tendency to naturally deepen the inhale and extend the exhale. And I would feel, a sense of space and floating, a sense of transparency, or just more of the flow of energy within and around me. And definitely just more imbalanced, physically, mentally, spiritually, more in tune with my surroundings and other people. And it was, and I will continue to be, because I'll definitely continue to practice meditation on a daily basis, this specific meditation, and definitely integrate some others, but definitely more overall incredibly beneficial towards my well-being. And I really enjoyed the course, and I really enjoyed the this assignment and the paper, and thank you. Take care now.